Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Get in on the secret, get into a colder beer.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20, plus get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4, from Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Good afternoon and welcome to the CHMA semifinal matchup between the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Indiana University of Pennsylvania Crimson Hawks. Before I get ahead of myself, my name is Josh Yates, with me Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray. So we are ready to get into this tale of the two teams, you could say. Two powerhouses going at it here in this semifinal round, as it was WVU taking down, Robert Morris University last night to advance to this round after a third period onslaught, getting their offense going, and they're looking to carry it in against the number one Crimson Hawks. So we're getting ready for starting lineups now. Anything else you got for me?
No, I mean, it was just an awesome third period display. Took the Mountaineers a couple periods to get their kind of legs under them and get used to playing here in the CHMA playoffs in front of this home crowd, as well as they are the host team in this one. So, but the time the third period came around, whatever was said in that intermission by Coach Tyler Kutek certainly worked for the Mountaineers last night. We'll see what he has in store for this afternoon's contest.
Yeah, you could kind of look at it on paper as an uphill climb for West Virginia, of course, them being the 4 seed going up against the number 1 seed Crimson Hawks. But based on the environment here, this packed house here at Hope Gas Ice Pavilion, it sort of feels like an uphill climb for the Crimson Hawks, as a lot of this momentum is going in favor of West Virginia. And we'll get ready for the national anthem here and take a break for our song.
And now, introducing your home team, the number 1 seed, the IUP Crimson Hawks. At forward, number 3, Hunter Merriman. At forward, number 15, Spencer Johnston. At forward, number 88, Gavin Goosen. On defense, number 24, Alex Rira. On defense, number 74, Zach Sword. And in goal, number 30, Braxton Singleton. Head coach for the Crimson Hawks, Joseph Honza. Assistant coaches, Gavin Cummins, Garrett Connor, and Thomas Potts. And as the honor America and those who serve, please rise as we go. Remove your hats and direct your attention to the flag beside the scoreboard for the play of our national anthem.
Looks like we're ready to go now. Before we get rolling, we'll take a look at the two netminders for their respective squads. For West Virginia, it's going to be Wyatt Slogis from Ontario, Canada. In the regular season, he notched a 7-6-2 record with a .908 save percentage. On the other side, it's going to be Braxton Singleton, a fellow Canadian goaltender. Going toe-to-toe, it's Braxton Singleton. He's yet to face the Mountaineers yet this season, as he was a pickup at the Christmas break for the Crimson Hawks. He's notched a .925 save percentage, with 11-2-0-1 save percentage. So both goaltenders looking to stand their ground in between those pipes and keep both their squads in it, as we're ready for the puck drop here. It's Spencer Johnston right off the initial draw. Hunter Fairman getting his quick little jab at Leo Haban there early in the first. we're ready to go. These two teams are definitely going to go at it. IUP with the quick dump in, a big hit on that back wall. Now shuffling there on the goal line, Hunter Fairman playing with it. Up to the point, Maddox Rearick one-timer. It's kept on the ice. Bounced up, now in the slot, still sticking for it. Now West Virginia coming away with it. That's Bruno, he's just gonna swat at it, send it out to the neutral zone. There's a Bond, he'll get the dump in to West Virginia's offensive zone. A cycle all the way around the boards. That was Bruno unable to keep it in. He's been just unbelievable this season. In the regular season, 22, 19, and 41. That's 22 goals, 19 assists, and 41 points. He had 2 goals last night against Robert Morris as well in that quarterfinal round, and 2 goals the last time he played the Crimson Hawks. So he's looking to keep his hot streak against IUP rolling as there's just bodies flying. A couple of Mountaineers sticking at it here in this near corner. Now it's poked free for Chase Malloy. All the way out to Jace Rearick at the point. They'll slide it to Schmelzer. Schmelzer dances in. He fires a shoulder save by Slogis. That's the first early test for IUP's offense, and of course some pleasantries after the whistle.
And it seems that IUP's taken a very aggressive approach. We saw a line change only 40 seconds in to the period here, so expect, just typical playoff hockey. Quick line changes and a lot of aggressiveness.
The Mountaineers did the same thing as well, about 40 seconds in, just trying to keep the legs fresh after they're coming off the game last night. Just trying to keep those legs fresh to go forward in this matchup.
Slogis gets his equipment ready to rock and roll. We got the face-off to the right of Slogis. Jace Rearick ready to take it, and it's won by West Virginia. Skating it out of the zone now. That's Barber. They'll take it right across the center logo. Tudich gives him a shoulder check, though. Schmelzer picks up the loose change. Now for Jace Rearick, cross ice. One of the top scorers for the Crimson Hawks. A soft pass for Donovan, one-timer right into that logo of those pretty sweet cream jerseys for West Virginia. Of course, some pleasantries after the whistle. That's going to be a common occurrence in this game.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on kind of how the referees kind of keep a lid on this one. Here is it's already getting chippy out there on the ice, and we're only about a minute 30 into this game.
Well, and the history between these two teams will certainly play into that factor. Every time we see these guys play towards the end of the second period, beginning of the third, you start to see sparks flying everywhere. We're going to get them early tonight.
There's the draw again in IUP's offensive zone. Jordan Adams cycling it down low. Picking it up, Caleb Hoffman, he spins in that far corner. Holland coming to aid. Now Adams scoops it up. Dropping it down again. 2 collisions there of the shoulders there in that far corner. This is exactly what that third line does for the Crimson Hawks. Now Schmelzer guiding it out of his zone. A little speed for West Virginia, tied up at the blue line. Now Brackett with a try, but he was held off by IUP's defenseman. Mike Holland feeding Adams there on the left side of the zone. He cuts it across the middle. One-timer by Donovan. Blocked in the lane by Caden Glamkowski. And that came off of its moorings. We got a quick whistle. A lot of offense for IUP to start. Like we mentioned, a lot of history between these two teams. Of course, a season series split earlier in the year. IUP coming into this exact barn taking care of business against the Mountaineers. And, of course, WVU returned the favor in IUP's home barn, taking them down in a shootout. That game was 2 goals from Jordan Adams and 2 goals from Nick Bruno. Of course, a pretty solo performance from both of them. I'm looking for a little bit more of a depth for performance. So shuffled in by Brackett into the zone, collecting its sights back in that far corner. He'll send it to his defensive pairing tonight. That's Ty Burkett. Soft guiding out. That's Braden Landgraf back from injury. Matt Loza firing. Kick saved by Slogis as he was a little slow to get back to his positioning. Matt Loza takes a hit on the near wall. That was from Alec Poole. Soft pass out and batted down by Xavier Solomon, and we get a whistle. Wait and see what for. I think it might be for the high stick in the neutral zone. Yep.
They're going to catch Solomon for that.
So will be a draw in West Virginia's offensive zone. Just 3 minutes down in this game. West Virginia yet to really get their offense started. They're looking to do so here. Here's Nick Bruno at the dot. Face off infraction will bring in Hunter Fairman. Fairman swipes it over. It's collected by IUP. That's Maddox Rearick off the end wall for Zach Soy. Soy with a soft chip pass for Filson was the intended receiver. Was unable to get a stick on it in the eyes of the official, so it will be an icing. Back down to the offensive zone for WVU.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that a lot yesterday going back to the infraction there on IUP. The officials are really keeping an eye on that stuff here in these CMHA MA playoffs, so keep an eye for that to continue throughout this game.
Another face-off, won by IUP, collected by Rearick. Maddox Rearick guiding it out of the zone. He feeds Spencer Johnson and a one-touch pass to Fairman. Another swipe shot by Johnson. Just missed wide. One-timer in the lane, blocked by WVU. It springs Wood. It's a foot race all the way down. He fires, blocker saved by Braxton Singleton. It's the first time he's really been tested so far this evening. Came all the way out and out of play, and of course, some pleasantries after the whistle.
Yeah, and Singleton did an absolutely amazing job of holding his ground and holding down that angle. He didn't really retreat into his crease, so he cut down a lot of the angle, just staying put and staying up in there.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll see that a lot out of both goaltenders here. Is just the patience from both of them to be able to just track those pucks in all the way and make those incredible saves.
Face-off trying to hold the zone is West Virginia. Briefly out with it was Jace Rearick, but swiped back in by Glamkowski. Now down in the near corner. West Virginia attempting their breakout. It's Del Quadri guiding it out, but it's swept right back in by Donovan. Delayed offsides against IUP. They'll have to tag up. They do just that, but the puck in control of West Virginia. Coming right up the middle, it's Hartz. They'll take it on that left side, backhand. Saucer pass, one-timer intended for Del Quadri. Just fanned on it. Now fighting forward down low. West Virginia brings it, a low angle shot from Del Quadri again, guided all the way out to the neutral zone and down into West Virginia's own end. Big hit behind the net. That's Owen Tudich colliding him there. He sends another hit there as well. Trying to bring it back out of their zone, but it's intercepted by Caleb Hoffman. Speedy forward he is as he's taken to the ice. He gets right back up and picks the loose puck up. Gets it up high for Seitz. He's going to take it down into the zone. It's picked up by West Virginia and intercepted by Owen Tudich. One-timer by Burkett, blocked in the lane by Hartz. Swept all the way out to safety. West Virginia going to get a quick line change out. IUP looking to capitalize on the pressure they just had. Bringing it right back up the left side. Seitz takes a big hit there. That was Cooper Brackett just colliding. There's a short angle try as well. Behind the net, West Virginia has it. Soft dump in. It does just hit the rafters. So it'll stay in IUP's offensive zone. That puck up and out of play.
Just overall aggressive and back and forth play so far. Nobody's really able to get time in their offensive ends to really set up anything. It's just been hot potato with this puck, sending it back and forth up the ice.
Definitely a lot of back and forth. West Virginia looking to, of course, reverse that notion and get some offensive pressure applied. Here's Burkett in his own zone, centering feed for Loza. He fires and a save by Slogis. I like that little cross-ice pass from Burkett. Of course, there was another receiver on that far side on the right wing, so, of course, as a goaltender, it's tough to see where that puck is going to end up. It was just picked off by Loza there right in the middle. Seeing if you have any window to fire at. Of course, Slow just closed all of them. Pulled up and out of the zone by West Virginia, immediately sent back in by Burkett. So there's Falzer. He'll cycle it all the way in. Seitz collecting on the far side. He's tied up on the glass. Holland picks it away from the crowd. Now Loza trying to swipe at it as well. Holland does get it out to the neutral zone, and back to collect it is Alec Poole. Poole with another chip pass. Burkett just knocks it down for himself. He'll send it into the zone and get a new defensive pairing out there. Slogis out of his net to play it. On the far side, a nice little move right in front of the benches. Just trying to spring Glamkowski. Big hit in front of IEP's bench, just fighting for it right on that blue line. Now the puck to some safety. Maddox Rearick there to pick it up. Nice little deke around Singleton's net. He's still bringing it up, and he'll slide it upward for Xavier Solomon. Tries to get it in the zone. Landgraf doing his dirty work down in the nasty areas of the ice. Now here's McLaughlin. Nice little deke around Maddox Rearick. He gets it into the zone, but Zach Soy is back there to collect. Tries to send it all the way around the boards, but is held in behind the net. Centering feed, but kept out. Now fighting for it in that corner. It's McDonough. Short angle try, kept out by Singleton. Here's Nathan Miola picking it up on the near side. He'll throw it off the glass and out of the zone. Barber just sends it right back in. Here's Hunter Fairman. Barreling through the neutral zone. A nice little move to split the D. He's taken to the ice, no call. So I stand corrected. That was a call from behind the play, and it looks like West Virginia is heading to the penalty box, and IUP is going to get a first crack at their power play here this evening.
And that's all just a product of Fairman doing his job, moving through 3 different Pioneers and ended up in the not Pioneers, Mountaineers. I've been making that mistake for years now. But that's just a product of Fairman drawing out that penalty, squeezing through guys and getting tripped up through the process.
Yeah, and Mountaineers spent a lot of time in the penalty box last night as well and was able to overcome it, but they're going to have to do the same thing again tonight, but their penalty kill was outstanding last night.
Centering in close, a try for Owen Tudich. Now it's a foot race all the way down. Hunter Fairman trying to transition to that back skate, and he just stands him up right in open ice. Minute 40 still to go here on this power play for the Crimson Hawks. It's Hunter Fairman starting this rush. He sends it upward for Mike Holland. He'll just get it into the zone. Slow just out of his net. Send it all the way around, held in by Jace Rearick. Here's Hunter Fairman, high slot to Chase Malone on the left wing. He tries to center it again, but just holding it there was Davio, and he'll send it right out. There's Nick Bruno sending it all the way out. He'll head to the bench and get the second unit out there now for the West Virginia penalty kill. Here's Owen Tudich, cross ice feed for Jace Rearick. He'll take it into the zone with some speedy fire. Shoulder saved by Slogis. We've seen Jace Rearick time and time again target up high, try and get it right past that right ear of the netminder. He certainly has the ability to pick his corner. Slogis closing it off though. 1:06 remaining on the power play.
I suppose that's the advantage of entering your 3rd game on the season with a team, this ending up being your grudge match. You kind of have a general knowledge as a netminder of who are the best shooters on the ice and what are their tendencies. Which corners do they like to pick?
Right, for sure. You definitely start to learn the trends of a team. Certainly Jace Rearick has that red circle around his name on WVU's roster sheet. A little miscommunication between this second unit for IUP's power play. There's Matthew Loza guiding it for Schmelzer. He'll just send a little sauce pass to Maddox Rearick. So they're going to whistle it down for offsides, I believe. Yeah, I think that's what their call is going to be. It looks like someone might have taken a spill on that far side for IUP. Just gotten a little jumpy on the entry. So it will be a neutral zone face-off on the offensive side of the neutral zone for IUP. There's Johnson, one of the best face-off men for the Crimson Hawks. Just rifled in by Alec Poole all the way down to IUP's end. IUP only having that one sort of dangerous opportunity, and it was right at the start of the power play. Other than that, the penalty kill for West Virginia has been outstanding on this attempt. So there's only 15 seconds left on it. Here's Gavin Filson, loses control of the puck, swats it forward for Schmelzer. He'll take it in, try and put a move on. He just clears space. Now Filson down in the near corner, trying to turn it around, but he's fighting the stick of Alec Poole. Exactly that. Poole picks it up right out of the box. West Virginia has the numbers. Taking it in now. Cross-ice feed for Poole. Centering that there was Maxwell Sokol. Here's a chance. Chase Rearick fires, misses high and wide. All the way out to the neutral zone. Poole dumping it for Brackett, but Owen Tudich just closing that gap right off, and Davio is going to send it all the way in. Intense couple of seconds of play between both teams. Owen Tudich with the tip. Now we saw Jace Rearick sort of slow to get up behind the play as well. That's definitely going to be something to look out for. He looks to be in pain over there on the IUP bench. Here's centering still. Loose puck in front. A shot and they score! West Virginia takes the 1-goal lead just near the halfway point of this first period.
Yeah, and that was just an absolutely beautiful positioning. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, and there you go. As you see here, I mean, a little bit of a misplay from the Hawks. Donovan plays it behind the net, goes up the boards, and ends up right in the middle. Nice little chip out, and finishes it top right over the shoulder of Singleton.
That was Thomas Karen that's going to get the credit for that goal. Just his 4th of the year. And a timely one at that. Certainly to get the early lead on the #1 Crimson Hawks, and a lot of energy in this place as well. Still another try for West Virginia. The wrap attempt held out. Still a loose puck in front and swatted to some safety for Hunter Fairman. Now here's Gavin Filson, and a little miscommunication. He was trying to hit Hunter Fairman as well, as there's just been a lot of life instated into this arena. It was sort of the calm before the storm, you could say, since that goal. Not a lot of energy, but now they're up and alive.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the exact same story last night, too. Is you felt like Rob Morris had all the energy towards their side of things, getting the early one, and then once Nick Bruno got one goal in there, that brought the crowd alive here, and that's what really helped the Mountaineers to the 7-3 victory.
IUP looking to calm those nerves. We've seen it time and time again. There's a shot and a deflection from Mike Holland, sent it wide. It's been a story throughout the year. IUP doesn't really start playing until the first goal, whether it's the opposing team or it's from themselves. They kind of need that punch in the mouth, you could say, to kind of wake up and get going. And we'll see if that story holds true here throughout playoffs.
Yeah, you think they're playing aggressive now, just give it 5 minutes and you'll really see how the Hawks turn it up.
West Virginia trying to maintain that pressure that they just gained. Down below the goal line now. Centering feed for Brackett. He just fanned on the shot. Now another centering try. Shot and glove save by Singleton. That was off the stick of Mason Hartz. Another try just rolling over the top of the net. Mike Collin gets the dump, avoiding the rafters, trying to spring Adams, and he does. He's the lone Hawk down there, centering for Hoffman. Just wayward. Here's Delaquadri. He'll rifle one cross in front of IUP's bench. It's a delayed call against IUP, and it looks like West Virginia is going to get a power play opportunity here.
Yeah, I think it was Hoffman coming off the ice, and he ended up tripping up one of WVU's players as he was exiting the ice.
No, I don't think
maybe not.
I guess we're wrong. Yeah, look.
Coincidental timing.
Yeah. Excuse us. There's a face-off in IUP's end. Shot by Zach Soy, blocked right in front. Now here's Glamkowski circling that center logo. He'll just dump it in for the Mountaineers. Zach Soy trying to hold his man off the board. He'll just stick it right to that kick plate. Now picking it free, Maddox Rierick. He sends it to Tudich as he takes a hit from behind. IUP delayed off, West Virginia delayed offsides. They'll touch up now. Loose puck picked up by Maddox Rierick, trying to feed Tudich as he's just going to wheel right into the zone. Stick lift, he has it in the far corner. Centering Jace Rierick, short angle try. Held out. There's a scuffle there in that far corner. Two bodies on the ice. Not too sure what's going on there. It doesn't look like either of them are fighting each other. They're just kind of laying down there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened.
I think Tudich had him in a little bit of a headlock, and whoever the Mountaineer is there, I can't really see the number from here, pardon my vision. He was just putting his hands up. He's like, hey, I can't stand up. This guy's got me pinned by the neck.
It's Glamkowski over there for West Virginia.
Yeah, nobody's heading to the box for it, so of course no penalty there. Honestly, could have just been an honest mistake. They could have got tied up with each other and hit the ice. Either way, a face-off in the offensive zone for the Crimson Hawks. It's tied up and won by West Virginia. There's Davio. He's going to send it all the way out. Swipe back in by Soy. IUP tags up on the delayed offsides. Glamkowski sending it into the zone, trying to feed Cooper Brackett. He'll send it back for Glamkowski, but Jace Rierick just picks it free. He's got wheels. He sends it across on the blue line. See if IUP can hold the line, and they do. Zach Soy rifles one in. And off the stick and out of play into the netting. 7 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the first period. Like we mentioned, West Virginia with the 1-goal cushion here. IUP looking to, of course, settle that score and get one more. Or one, I should say, not one more.
Yeah, and they're really going to have to chip away and find a way to have a lot of possession time in the offensive end if you're IUP, because Slojas is just being a brick wall. Every night we faced him, he's been a brick wall. He's kind of IUP's kryptonite so far, so if they can find a way to break through, then that one goal will kind of be the starting the fire.
Of course, Slojas, a lot of confidence. Last night he got the 7-3 win in the quarterfinal round against Robert Morris. And like you mentioned, the last time these two teams faced off, Slojas had IUP's number in front, a shot and a kick saved by Slojas. That was a pretty point-blank opportunity for IUP. So they will call the icing all the way down. Back to the offensive end. IUP going to look to capitalize.
Faceoff's going to be to the right of Slojas here.
There's Johnson at the dot. It's won by IUP. Barber just going to reverse the boards. Trying to hold it in. Schmelzer, he just pokes it a little free. Got a little room to work with. He fires. It's blocked right in front. Now coming to scoop it up, Sokol. We got the whistle for the hand pass from West Virginia. Certainly not the correct timing for West Virginia. Of course, what they wanted, they were just about to exit the zone there and sort of start their offensive rush, but it's won right by IUP. There's the draw, a shot. Rifled through, a deflection, push it just far, and it was kept out by Slojas. Donovan shoots one through. It's out of the zone now for Sokol, and a soft chip in. Donovan's going to be the one to chase. He'll reverse the boards. Now Haban just takes a hit from Schmelzer, sent right to the ground, and the loose puck. Still fighting for it. Now Bruno trying to keep it in, but is sent out by Fairman. Sent right back in by West Virginia. They're fighting for it in that near corner. Haban involved, Bruno involved. Now it's out to the neutral zone. It's calmed down by Woods. Sent to Bruno, one-touch pass, intercepted by Hunter Fairman. He's the lone hawk as IUP in the midst of a line change. Here comes Caleb Hoffman to give him some help. Another loose puck in the zone now, picked up by Woods. He sends it across for Haban. Jordan Adams gives him a check, now fighting for it in that far corner. Hoffman giving chase as well. Pin their man right in front of IUP's bench with some room to work with. Here's Jordan Adams. Tried to send it to his backhand, but just lost control briefly. Now cross ice, here's Woods again. Fighting off three Crimson Hawks. They're colliding with each other and comes barreling through as a Mountaineer. I think it was Haban as well. Looked like he lost an edge in front. A shot blocked right by Caleb Hoffman in front. Jordan Adams sends it out. Now here's Mike Holland with some room. He just fires one, keeping it on the ice. Stick saved by Slojas. Sent all the way down by West Virginia. They're trying to get a line change out. Big hit right in front of us here. Ty Burkett seeing what Della Quadri can do. So there's Della Quadri now with the puck. He sends it cross ice. All the way back to our side for Hartz. Hartz from the right wing, and it's guided to that far corner by Braxton Singleton. Della Quadri holds the line, and he'll send it right back into the offensive zone for West Virginia.
5 minutes left remaining in this period. See if the Hawks can tie it up or if WVU is going in with a 1-goal advantage.
Here's Owen Tudich, lets one fly just a little wide of the cage. Zach Soy sending it right back in for Jace Rearick, looking for the center. There's Chase Malloy as he takes a hit right in front of Slojas. The puck free, and here's an opportunity for West Virginia. Working it down the ice. It's Camden Briggs circling that face-off dot. He'll cut right across the middle and fire, and it's an easy glove save for Braxton Singleton. There's now some guys hitting the ice behind the play. Jace Rearick involved with a couple of bodies, and of course, what you guys are seeing on your screen right in front.
Yeah, I think that was Tudich actually giving them the business. Yep.
It's the type of gritty pest type of play that IUP likes to bring to the ice. Of course, if you can get under the skin of your opponent, that's their whole mindset, and of course they got you right where you want them. That's what they're trying to do for West Virginia. Mountaineers aren't letting them have it.
Yeah, it's just a strategy in every sport around this world, really. If you can, make the game more mental than it is physical, then you have a much higher chance of succeeding.
There's West Virginia cutting right across the middle, and a shot blocked by Schmelzer right in front. Guided out at the center logo. Brackett briefly loses control of it. Excuse me, that was Schmidt. Schmelzer fighting for it on that board as well. Now he comes and picks it free with a little room. Batting it away, and an opportunity for West Virginia if they hurry. Brackett sending it across. The defenseman got back. That was Sean Donovan. A try in front. Another kick saved by Singleton. A little redirection kept it out. Now a collision there at the blue line. Solomon and Henry both stay on their feet, though. Sent back into West Virginia's zone. Right on that right face-off dot, sending it out. Schmelzer, puck caught up in his skate, but Barber just poked it right free. Now still an opportunity. Short angle, looking for the center there was Della Quadri. Now again, near side. Barber trying to close the gap, but Landgraf just guided it right out of the zone. Schmelzer with it in his own end. Stretch ice, trying to find Fairman. An interception right in front. A shot and kept out by Singleton. Sent all the way down by IUP, and there will be an icing there as they wave it off. Excuse me. Right into the offensive zone. IUP trying to hold the pressure. They're unable to. West Virginia just throwing it into the glass in their offensive zone. Here's Burkett starting the rush. He sends it to Filson. Filson with a saucer pass, but it's kept right at the center logo by Davio. Filson getting on the forward check, caught up in the skates of the Mountaineer defenseman. Woods has it at the center line now. Tries to guide it in, but Filson just picks his pocket. Takes it right in. A nice little toe drag around. He's got some room to work with in the near corner. He'll backhand it up the wall, trying to hit Burkett. So he gets him in the neutral zone now. Soft dump. Burkett hits the rafters here at Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. It'll be a stoppage. It'll be the top line of forwards for West Virginia out there. That's Bruno, Woods, and Haban. The Hawks are going to match them as well. That's Tudich, Rierick, and Malloy for IUP. Tied up there at the faceoff dot off the glass, trying to exit the zone, and here's a foot race now. Tudich, he has Malloy trailing. Tudich fires up high, and it misses high and wide. All the way out to the neutral zone. Haban tried to hit Woods. Maddox Rierick just going to reverse the boards as there's a collision here right in front of us. So there's 2 minutes and 8 seconds and counting remaining here in the first period. Cutting right up the middle, it's Haban. He'll send it in the zone, try and reverse the boards. Woods there to collect on the far side. Haban again down below the cage. Centering try for Bruno as he's trying to spin off. He has it on his backhand, looking for a feed. Just takes a short angle. Haban in front. Just couldn't get a clean shot off. Another centering try. All the way out to Glamkowski at the point. Excuse me, that's Schmidt. There Schmidt is again, right across the middle. He'll send one in, looking for deflection, kept out by Singleton. Still another try, and the rebound sent all the way out for Bruno. Bruno sent down, cross ice, trying to hit Quinn on the near side. As IUP with a sigh of relief. So it's a new line out there for WVU. A lot of offensive pressure there for the Mountaineers. West Virginia faithful, not too fond of the missed call there. Delayed offsides for WVU, and they'll tag up. It's collected behind Singleton. 1 minute left here to go in the first period of play. There's Caleb Hoffman burning up the left side. He'll send it back to his defensive pairing. Off the boards, here's Mike Holland on the near side, centering Adams right in front, but a great back check as it is a delayed penalty against West Virginia with 45 seconds left to go in the first.
And that's just what the Hawks needed. You want to be able to enter next period if you don't capitalize in these next 45 seconds and the next period with a man advantage for another minute or so. That's huge in this game. The second period usually ends up being the game-breaking period where you see all the scoring, all the getting your insurance goals and setting up.
IUP unsuccessful on their first power play attempt. Here's Hunter Fairman at the point. He'll slide one through a slow change-up shot, and it's sent up into the rafters there by the alternate captain, Devin Davio, for the Mountaineers. Of course, IUP would love to head into the intermission tied up here at 1. Just 34 seconds to do it. There's Owen Tudich at the faceoff dot for the Crimson Hawks.
And this is
a couple of whistles.
This is the goal-scoring lineup for the IUP Crimson Hawks. You have Jace Rearick, Hunter Fairman, and Owen Tudich out there. Both Rearick and Fairman at 52 points each on this season. And Tudich, a rookie, with 33.
Chase Rearick fired, and he got the shoulder save. That was Slogis. A lot of traffic in front, too. Definitely a smarter shot by this IUP first power play unit. Just 18 seconds of counting left to go in this first period. Hunter Fairman just spinning off a Falzer hit, but Falzer just keeps the puck right there. Short-handed opportunity, fired wide off the stick of Falzer. 5 seconds left. See if IUP can get one more shot. There's just a collision here in the neutral zone, and that will expire the final seconds of this first period. West Virginia with the 1-goal cushion heading into the first intermission.
Yeah, and quite a way for the Mountaineers to end the period there. I mean, a short-handed opportunity and some pleasant exchanges here on the boards right by us here in the booth. But just a great job by WVU to suppress that power play so far. We'll see how they do with it for the remainder of it as we come back in for the second period of play.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, West Virginia had a great period and everything, was able to take the momentum they had from the third period and bring it into the first period here in this matchup, but they did have that costly penalty right there at the end. We'll have to see how they can do, kind of what the game plan is going into the second period and everything, as they will have 1:14 left to go on that penalty clock. But yeah, West Virginia, they are certainly kind of right where they want to be right now, just looking to add more here in the next 2 periods.
So that's where we'll close out the first period of play for 10-Band TV. My name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray. We'll be back to present you the second period. Fairman, another swipe shot by Johnson. Just missed wide. One-timer in the lane, blocked by WVU. It springs Wood. It's a foot race all the way down. He fires, blocker save. The play as well. That's definitely going to be something to look out for. He looks to be in pain over there on the IUP bench. Here's centering still. Loose puck in front, a shot, and they score! An opportunity for West Virginia if they hurry. Brackett sending it across. The defenseman got back. That was Sean Donovan. A try in front. Another kick saved by Singleton out of his zone. Schmelzer with it in his own end. Stretch ice. Trying to find Fairman. An interception right in front. A shot and kept out by Singleton.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20. Plus, get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Get in on the secret, get into a colder beer.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20. Plus, get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save. Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save. Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Fairman, another swipe shot by Johnson. Just missed wide. One-timer in the lane, blocked by WVU. It springs Wood. It's a foot race all the way down. He fires, blocker save. The play as well. That's definitely going to be something to look out for. He looks to be in pain over there on the IUP bench. Here's centering still. Loose puck in front, a shot, and they score! An opportunity for West Virginia if they hurry. Brackett sending it across. The defenseman got back. That was Sean Donovan. A try in front. Another kick save by Singleton out of the zone. Schmelzer with it in his own end. Stretch ice. Trying to find Fairman. An interception right in front. A shot and kept out by Singleton.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and cooler beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and cooler beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Gonna get up pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Hey, it's Aaron Miller, the Pittsburgh mortgage guy, letting you know mortgage rates have dropped. And it might be time to refinance? or cash out your equity. I'll run your cost-benefit options to see if it makes sense. Call me, your trusted mortgage advisor.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Welcome back, everybody, live here to TenbandTV. And we have presented West Virginia University versus the IUP Crimson Hawks for the second period of play. West Virginia with the 1-goal cushion after Thomas Karen took care of business on the loose puck. Netted that early goal at about the 10-minute mark in the first. IUP looking a little sluggish, you could say, in the first period of play, looking to get back in sync. Of course, West Virginia just capitalizing, using their speed and their agility to kind of work the offensive zone. They're certainly out-shooting the Crimson Hawks, 12-8 currently heading into this second period. So they're going to look to, of course, use a little bit more of that and net some more goals.
Yeah, and then for West Virginia, you kind of want to have the same sort of game plan. You're going to mix things up. That's just how the world works. But overall game plan should be the same. They're going to use that speed, like you were mentioning, to open up IUP's defense like they did in that first period, opening up that middle of the slot in the middle of the zone to get some skaters right on one-on-one with Singleton. And now if you're the Hawks, in turn, you got to step it up. You got to match their pace. When you're getting outpaced like this and kind of ran circles around you, you kind of need to push back. And if you don't push back, you're going to get run over. So this is going to be a quintessential period for both teams.
It certainly will be, and the Mountaineers are just looking to add on as the IUP Hawks are just looking to continue doing what they do here and just keep pounding West Virginia, and hopefully they'll be able to find the answer past Slogis. But once again, Mountaineers will be on trying to kill off this IUP power play here to begin this second period.
Yeah, like you said, 1 minute and 10 seconds counting right off that initial draw. Of course, the goaltender switching sides. It's Singleton on your left, IUP attacking from left to right, West Virginia attacking from right to left, and Slogis goaltending on the right. There's a try, cross-ice feed, found Rierick down below the goal line. Still 1 minute left on IUP's power play. There's Jace Rierick circling the zone, looking for an option. He hits Fairman up high, one touch back to Rierick. He fans on the shot, and it's caught up in the skates of Rierick. Back to some safety. There's Mike Holland. He'll send it up the wall for Jace Rierick. Back down to Holland, behind the cage. Over to Rierick in the corner. Hunter Fairman, high slot. Jace Rierick on the left wing now. Hunter Fairman calling for it. He gets it up high. One-timer, Jace Rierick. Low angle, he scores! Jace Rierick has been lethal from that left wing all season long. He shows the Mountaineers why you got to have a guy over there. Ties it right up on the power play early here in the second period.
And Rierick didn't get a hold of that one as much as we would have liked to have seen and have seen before. You see, off this pass, little one-timer, setting it up, he stays right in that area. And as this shot comes off, it almost has a little bit of a change-up velocity to it and fumbles around and gets right in between the 7-hole, that little blocker, space between the blocker and leg pad, and we're all knotted up.
A much-needed confidence-boosting goal for the Crimson Hawks. Of course, let them, get the idea in their head that, of course, they're the 1 seed and they're playing the challengers. The West Virginia Mountaineers are challenging IUP. Caught up in my words there, excuse me. But here's a chance for West Virginia. Into the zone, a low-angle shot and a kick saved by Singleton. The defense help from Sean Donovan, sliding it into the corner. Sean Donovan again fighting for it, now up high at the blue line. He'll just reverse the zone, collecting it. Jake Schmelzer. Of course, not with some pressure from Della Quadri. Caught up in Rierick, skates, that's Jace Rierick. Skates it out of the zone. Softly feeds it for Tudich. Tudich trying to cross it for Malloy, but Mountaineer body slowed it up. Schmelzer trying to close that gap. He gets worked right around. Now cutting right into the zone. That's Glamkowski. He loses control of the puck. Now Tudich throwing it off that half glass and all the way down to West Virginia's zone. A little bit of a miscommunication there. That was Poole trying to guide it forward, but he had to bring it back in, and Hoffman just tried to jump on it. Adams centering it in close. He's in that far corner. Now Burkett closing the gap. He'll swipe it to some safety. Right in front, Mike Holland takes some contact, holding the line. Aiden Seitz, now Ty Burkett. Tries to hit cross ice. There's Caleb Hoffman, fires and stopped by Slogis. I don't think Hoffman knew that he was all alone over there on that left wing. He sort of took a spin around looking for some traffic, and there was nobody there. Of course, he jumped on the opportunity once he realized it. Slogis had the answer.
Yeah, that was a great job by Slogis because there was a lot of traffic in front of him. And to be able to see kind of Hoffman through that little tiny window and tracking that puck is pretty impressive.
There's IUP trying to capitalize on that offensive pressure. Now all the way out to the neutral zone, cleared by West Virginia. Here's Seitz. Up to center ice, now he feeds it for Hoffman. Hoffman trying to cross it. He saw Mike Holland lining up that one-timer over there, but it's sent right back out by the Mountaineers. There's Hoffman again off the boards. It's Schmidt and Briggs back to collect. Adams just chipping it forward and advancing it along the boards. Intercepted by Adams on West Virginia's attempted clear. Rifled in, no deflection, it missed wide. That was off the stick of Burkett. Now Hunter Fairman dancing around. Trying to control the puck, but West Virginia's defenseman held him up. Down low, it's Daniel Schmidt. He'll guide it up the wall. Taking a hit from Gavin Filson is Sokol. Burkett trying to get the entry in on the zone. They do get it in, but West Virginia has control now. Filson closing that gap off. Sliding all the way in on Singleton and picked up by Aiden Seitz. West Virginia going to get some new bodies out there. Now again, it's Schmidt just crunched into that corner board by Solomon. It was Maddox Rierick off the bench trying to hold that blue line. A foot race all the way down, but Singleton out of his net to play it. He'll just backhand it to Soy. Soy, a stretch pass trying to hit Rierick, and he does. Chase Rierick into the zone all alone. He feeds Solomon. Solomon right down Broadway, cross ice feed for Gavin Filson. He's skating back with his palms in the air. He was looking for a call. He did not get it. Here's an opportunity for West Virginia now. Into the zone, it's Haban. Cross ice again, held out by Singleton. Another try, 10 bouncing in front, held out. Still batting at it. The loose puck caught in the skates of everybody. Now all the way out, Bruno slides it up high for Henry. One-touch pass for Haban, low slot, fired and held in by Singleton. Talk about pressure right in front. Singleton was able to overcome all of that chaos right in front of his crease and hold out West Virginia yet again.
I mean, yeah, Singleton, there was a bunch of bodies there in front, and I couldn't even really see where the heck the puck was. And it was just, everyone was jabbing at it, and then Singleton was able to find it and dive on top of it.
Right out of the zone, here's an opportunity. Adams slowing it up. Mike Holland right off the drop pass, threw it in, but Slotez was able to keep that pad down on the ice and hold it out. It's a pretty big rebound, but the back checkers by West Virginia were able to hold the sticks off. Davio sliding it to his partner, upward for Della Quadri here in the neutral zone. They'll just send it into that far corner. Donovan gonna swat at it. Fighting for it as well, Dylan Shea sent all the way out. He was trying to hit Solomon right off the bench. Back to collect it though, the Mountaineers starting it from their own end. Backhand pass and a miscommunication, but it finds Donovan's stick. Now for Solomon again, backhand drop pass for Landgraf. Landgraf with some space, short angle try, and it hit the cage of Slogis, I think. Sounded like it hit a little bit of hard material over there. Here's Loza behind the goal line, centering in tight, caught up in the skates of Poole, and then WVU's control. We'll just shoot one into that corner as that line desperately needed off. Sean Donovan off the glass. Trying to spring Solomon again. Finds the stick of Barber. Excuse me, that was Sean Quinn. Right back in IUP's end now. Schmelzer guiding it forward for Landgraf. Back out and shot right back in by Schmidt. And here's IUP attempting their breakout. Missed pass opportunity. He was trying to hit Hunter Fairman right in front of the penalty box, and he did not get any piece of it, so it will be an icing against IUP. Here's another offensive chance for West Virginia. (1-1) the score with 14 to go here in the second period of play. At the dot for the Mountaineers, it's Falzer going up against Fairman. It's won by IUP. Still fighting for it, though. Now the loose puck collected and maintained by Falzer. One touch up for Henry at the point. Sliding it to his partner. A one-timer. Pad saved by Singleton. It was a pretty juicy rebound as well, but IUP was able to control it. Here's a shot on by Loza and a glove save by Slogis. Slogis well out of his crease. There's a lot of traffic down low. IUP unable to jump on it, though. It's West Virginia, clean breakout. Cutting right across the middle. Barber fires up high. I think he definitely had Singleton beat. It just rode a little high. One-touch pass in IUP zone. Finds the stick there of Henry. Henry again, cutting right across the middle. He'll fire. Glove saved by Braxton Singleton. West Virginia just capitalizing right off the rush. That's really been IUP's problem so far on slowing up their offense.
Yeah, a lot of this is just dumping and running. WVU is doing a great job of just dumping the puck in behind the net and establishing the zone. And with their speed advantage, they're able to hem IUP in the zone. And IUP still trying to find a way to work around that.
So another face-off right in front. There was a try by McLaughlin. Another try, deflection, they score!
What a shot!
Thomas Karen with his second of the night, and just the second goal for West Virginia. On the deflection, they take the 2-1 lead.
I mean, you go back and you just think from a very young age, it's just about getting bodies in front of the net. That's exactly what Karen did right there, and that was just an excellent deflection there and was just able to go top shelf there and bury it and give the Mountaineers the lead right back.
And even more impressive is the fact that he did it with his backhand. Usually you're able to get a lot more lift with the puck off the forehand with the deflection, but doing it backhand's incredible.
Right back on the offensive. Here's the ball with some space, and he shoots. Still kept out by Singleton. Clear by IUP. Trying to kickstart their offense again. Here's a try by Tudich into the zone. He'll just take it around the goal. Tries to center it for Malloy, but the West Virginia defense keeps him out. There's Jace Rearick for Maddox Rearick. He'll fire in front, and it's blocked. Maddox Rearick batting it for his brother. That's Jace Rearick. High slot, he shoots the rebound right to Malloy's stick, but it rolled right off of it. There's West Virginia again, guiding right into the zone. They wave off the offsides. Habon fires. Speared out of midair by Braxton Singleton. All the energy is on West Virginia's side of the ice. Of course, IUP trying to reverse it. Here's Mason Hartz at the face-off dot for West Virginia. It's won by IUP. Donovan swiping it off the end wall for Schmelzer. Schmelzer rifling it across for Adams. A little past his reach. They do call the icing, even though Jordan Adams won the foot race. So IUP really not pleased of that call.
Yeah, that one's, you try not to show bias, but that one was a little suspect.
Yeah, I mean, I can even say that was an icing. They're going to reverse this, so it's just going to be a face-off at center ice at this point.
Of course, Jordan Adams plays with a lot of hustle and heart, and he certainly was showing it off there. He wanted to be rewarded with that. It's Caleb Hoffman. He finishes his check into the corner. Kept in by Schmelzer. He'll fire one. It caught a piece of Slogis' stick. Barreling right through the corner. That's Mike Hall, and we know he hits like a truck. There's West Virginia's try now. Little soft dump, shouldered down by Schmelzer. A lot of bodies flying up here in the neutral zone. Now the loose puck controlled down by Dylan Shea. Cross ice for Del Quadri. Again, a chip in by West Virginia. Braxton Singleton cycling it behind the cage. Hart's just going to send it back to his defensive pairing for some safety. Donovan, the lone man, back. He sends it up into the neutral zone, and Filson swatting it for Fairman. Fairman into the zone. He hits Schmelzer low slot. He fires just wide. Fairman tied up behind the net now. It's Donovan at the point. Just fans on the pass. One-timer by Johnson. Still on a traffic. The rebound right in front in the blue paint. A lot of tied up. Still the loose puck, and it's swatted out by the Mountaineers. You talk about a Johnny Holstaff moment. It took all 5 of the skaters and Slogus to keep that puck out. That's what you call teamwork, folks.
Yeah, that's impeccable defense from WVU.
Back into the zone now. It's Donovan swatting it for Filson. West Virginia unable to hold the line. Schmelzer to the loose puck. He'll just take it all the way in. Try to get around that first set of defensemen. He stood up right there on the left wing. A big hit in tight here as well. Johnston finishing his check. Fairman trying to get into the zone. He takes a high hit from Glamkowski, but it was outside the eyes of the officials. A lot of scrappiness going both ways. We'll see if it plays into the game here later into the second period and even into the third. Seitz trying to guide it up the boards. All the way back to some safety for Falzer. Intercepted by Jace Rearick. He's taken to the ice, and a delayed penalty against West Virginia. So IUP going to head back on the power play. So they're 1 for 2 so far on their power play attempts, and they look to get their second power play goal here on this try.
And WVU, I think that's number 18 or 19. Davio, yep. He's going to be heading to the box, and he had some choice words for Mr. Rearick. He didn't like, he thought Rearick embellished it and kind of fell down on his own, but nonetheless, it's part of drawing the penalty.
So Davio did the crime, so he's going to do the time for 2 minutes. IUP looking to capitalize with the extra skater out there, but it's immediately sent out off that initial draw by the Mountaineers. Their penalty consists of Woods and Bruno on that forecheck. 2 very quick skaters. Bruno showing it off there early. Immediately forced a pass by Tudich, sent right back down by the Mountaineers. Singleton corrals. You hear the West Virginia faithful getting loud for their guys on this penalty kill. Here's Jace Rearick in the zone now. Takes it in on the right side and slips past. Couple guys centering in close and kept out by Slogus. That was Mike Holland swatting at it in that point-blank range.
Nice job by Singleton to avoid that quick line change.
Here's Malloy guiding it around the zone. Just spinning off of the defense. He sends it right back down for Johnson as he hits his man. The attempted clear by Poole does have the legs to get all the way out, and Fairman scoops it up in his own end. Immediately reversed by West Virginia, and they're certainly going to be happy with skating it around and clearing it right back down. Already a minute and 15 off this power play for IUP. See if they can get their rush started. Here's Jordan Adams. I'll take it right into the middle of the zone. Toe drag shot misses wide as he stood up on that shot. We have a whistle. Puck went up and out of play. Just 30 seconds left on the power play for IUP. It's going to be Spencer Johnson to take the dot for the Crimson Hawks. Ties it up early, and it's a win by West Virginia, and then immediate clear. Their penalty kill has just been lights out, like you mentioned last night, Ian.
It certainly has been, and I mean, other than that one goal that IUP had, and that was to begin this second period and everything. Well, West Virginia had to come off. Those are always a tough circumstance when you're on a penalty kill, but when you get these full 2 minutes like this, West Virginia's penalty kill has just been unstoppable.
The attempted clear by West Virginia, I think, hit a Crimson Hawk on the bench, so we'll get a whistle. We'll remain in IUP's offensive zone.
Yeah, a lot of chirping from the home crowd here telling the players to get out of the way, but I don't think that's how physics works. If it's going in a straight line, it's going to keep going that way. So we'll hear what else comes out and about. I'm sure you'll hear some pleasantries over the mics from these lovely people.
The neutral zone now swatting it out back into the possession of Soy. He'll just dump it into that far corner. Crashing into that end wall, Owen Tudich. Excuse me, that was Braden Landgraf. Maddox Rear trying to close that gap and working around his bracket. He got the center, but found the stick of Soy to slow it up. Now up high, it's Schmidt. Sending it to his partner. A shot fired in, a deflection to stop another centering feed. Just a lot of movement, like we mentioned earlier in the second period. They are able to wheel around the zone, a backhand chip in, finds the stick of Soy and immediately cleared out. Interception by Soy at his own blue line. He'll take it all the way into the zone. Try and center it through for Solomon as he's taken to the ice. IUP has control. Now here's Loza fighting for it in the corner. Tying him up though is Solomon. Solomon centering for Loza. A little backhand tip to himself. Short angle shot. Hits some iron, but kept out by Slogis. Now it's Delaquadri in the zone. Excuse me, that's McLaughlin. They'll try and center it through. Blocking the lane are the Hawks. Centering feed. Rearick intercepted it right in the middle of the zone. Sends it for Malloy. A nice little move, but kicked out by the West Virginia defenseman. Immediately sent back into the O-zone. That's Maddox Rear trying to advance it through. An interception by Tudich. He's outnumbered on that entry. Sent immediately back to the neutral zone. Here's McLaughlin. He'll send it up here for Karen. 2 goals for him already tonight. Seitz closing that gap right off, trying to feed it to some safety.
6 minutes left in this period.
McLaughlin's just going to turn it right around and back into the zone. Ty Burkett spinning in that far corner. He'll send it to Seitz. Battle here on the near wall. Couple of bodies involved. Jace Rearick to the loose puck. He'll swat it forward for Owen Tudich. He takes a hit right at the center line. Blindside hit by Karen as he heads off for the end of his shift. Another big hit here in the near corner. Seitz finishing his check. Now Malloy. Saucer pass for Tudich. Tudich into the zone. Backhand right around that initial defenseman. He'll take it into that corner and take a hip check for it. Chase Malloy center. Jace Rearick shoots. He hits the iron. The rebound. Still in front and kept out by West Virginia. Another short angle try and holding it onto his mask. None other than Wyatt Slogis.
Wow. Slogis has to give that post a good night kiss tonight because, wow, he was beat pretty bad and it just ricocheted right back out for him.
One of the most lethal wrist shots in all of the ACHA, Jace Rearick, right in front in that high danger zone. Slogis just able to stand him right up. There's IUP still in the zone. Donovan cycling one through. It's batted down by Hoffman behind the goal line. He takes a hit, stays on his feet though. He's taken to the ice, no call. Schmelzer just gonna rifle it back off the end wall. Holland there to the loose puck. He tries to center for Hoffman, but the stick in the lane slowed it up. Here's Bruno, the quick-footed forward, unable to control the loose puck. Now Caleb Hoffman the other way. Backhand chip for Adams, caught up in his skates. And that opportunity snuffed by West Virginia. They have the numbers going the other way again. Woods with some room, he fires and scores! He goes top shelf and gets another goal for that 2-goal cushion for West Virginia.
Yeah, and if you'll see here, I mean, this is all from the Hawks mess up here. They had a 3-on-2 opportunity, plenty of chances to get a shot off there, and it led right back to WVU's own advantage and able to put it away.
And that's what you have to do in these playoff-type games is you got to take advantage of the other team's mistakes, and West Virginia has certainly done that so far here this afternoon.
It's West Virginia with no signs of stopping. They have the hearts of the crowd to guide them as well. Here's Soy closing that gap on the glass, sent all the way out to the neutral zone for Hunter Fairman. He'll dance it in, a little cross-ice feed again, held out, another second chance opportunity, capped up by Slogis. Johnson holding the blue line, and now it's swatted out. Picked up by Maddox Rearick. Hunter Fairman now on the left wing. He'll spin it, avoiding traffic. He crosses it all the way, but an interception by West Virginia. A foot race again. All the way down as Dylan Shea fires, and it's grabbed out of midair by Singleton. He sends it all the way out for Tudich with a little room. Cross ice feed. Hunter Fairman tried to one-touch it back for Jace Rearick. He's taken to the ice now. It's scooped up by Della Quadri. Cross ice now for Glamkowski. He'll take it into the zone. Send it across. Right wing, center and try. Pat saved by Singleton. The rebound by Henry, rifled in again, missing wide. Up high now, it's Marcus Barber. He'll send it to his partner, that's Henry. He fakes the shot and sends it into the zone for safety. Now down low, it's Glamkowski fighting off some traffic. Zach Soy giving him a little bit of pressure down low in that far corner. Now the puck loose for Jace Rearick. He'll guide it up for Tudich. All the way back to the WVU defenseman, excuse me. Now Jace Rearick batting it for Tudich again. Try and dart right across the middle, but again, stood up there by Henry.
Nice hit, middle of the ice by Fairman.
IUP trying to close off and stop this West Virginia offense. So there's a hit behind the play as well. Brackett finishing his check. Jace Rearick sending it to Malloy. Malloy spinning off a couple of hits, trying to guide it forward for Rearick, and he does, but right back into control of West Virginia. They'll just send it down into IUP's end. But it will be an ice with 2:44 to go here in the second period. West Virginia has the 2-goal lead.
I can't tell you the last time we heard an icing call.
It's been a lot of back and forth here in the second period for sure. Not a lot of whistles happening, a lot of changes on the fly, everything like that. And these both teams are playing hard as they want to go to championship Sunday tomorrow afternoon.
Like you mentioned, do or die opportunity. West Virginia has been all over it. Of course, they jumped on their opportunity last night, but here they are again. Davio trying to dance around Seitz with that little between the legs move, but Seitz held him up. Here's Ty Burkett, stretch feed for Solomon, caught up in his skates. They're gonna wave off the icing. All the way out to Glamkowski, and he just gets barreled down by Seitz. Another cross-ice feed blocked up by Poole. Landgraf trying to close the gap on the loose puck. Seitz trying to cycle it back through as well. Swatting at it is Sokol. Now Solomon sending it to some safety, and again, it's 1-on-0. Singleton and Glamkowski back in forehand, kept out the second chance attempt. Held out by Braxton Singleton. He had him beat on the initial shot and just snuffed out that second chance opportunity as well.
Yeah, what a save there from Singleton. I've seen that so many times this year. Glamkowski comes in. He always seems to bury that. A very, very good freshman forward here for West Virginia, and Singleton just had a better answer on that one.
IUP certainly caught on their heels now, and not a situation they're in often. Down 2 goals, so IUP looking to get back to their type of play. Into the zone, Mike Holland shoots one in, a deflection in front. Adams trying to get it in, they score! Caleb Hoffman catches the rebound and beats Slogis.
Yeah, and this is exactly the type of goals you expect to see from the Crimson Hawks. We've seen it all year. These quick little shots and plays on the net, and it ends up with a loose bouncing puck, and somebody's there to put it away. As you see here, it'll enter zone. Holland did a great job of keeping that puck in the zone. Fires it on net, bouncing puck. Somehow it ends up right on Hoffman's stick, and he's able to bury it. 1-goal game now for the Crimson Hawks.
Like you said earlier, Ian, good things happen in front. A lot of chaos is trouble for a goaltender, no matter the greatness of the goaltender. Of course, Slogis has been lights out all season. Another try there by Haban right off that initial draw. As I was saying, the Crimson Hawks certainly do great in those dirty areas of the ice, in the corners right in front. Caleb Hoffman showed it off there as he's being escorted to the penalty box.
We'll see what for.
Quite an eventful shift for Caleb Hoffman, a goal, and now he's going to sit for 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was last period as West Virginia who took that late penalty that ended up costing IUP, and let's see if West Virginia can return the favor now here on this go-around.
Like you said, an immediate clear for Hunter Fairman. This is a big opportunity for West Virginia. Just a minute and 7 seconds and counting left to go here in the second period. Similar story to the end of the first period, except of course it was IUP on the other side of it. So they will have a couple of seconds remaining in this, the third period with an extra skater, of course, barring a goal. Fighting down low, it's a Bond, such a heavy skater and a big body, able to clear space. He showed it off there. Now on the left wing, it's Falzer. He'll shoot one in, blocked in the lane by Soy. Now pull up high at the point. He'll shoot one, looking for deflection up high. Bruno there in the point, as the bump man. Saw him last night on a redirect goal. There's a Bond down low, cross ice for Woods. The pass a little out of his reach. Slowed it up though, Poole now high slot. Give it back to Woods, fire off the iron, doesn't know where it is. Singleton punched it right back out, a lot of bodies, hands going at it as well. And they're gonna call it off. I'm not sure if the puck ended up in the net. Of course, Singleton is well into his net. So if it's caught up in his equipment, that means the puck is in the net. But a lot of bodies pushed him in there. Fairman a little slow to get up out of the pile. A lot of chaos there. Just 18 seconds left to go in the second period. 1 minute and 1 second remaining on that power play for the Mountaineers.
And if you're the Crimson Hawks, you just want to kill off the remainder of this, head into the locker room, and have a set game plan for the third.
Here's Shea with some room. He fires. A deflection pushes it above and behind the net. Now Malloy trying to chip it away. He does just that, sending it all the way down to their offensive zone. As that'll expire the final seconds of this second period, an eventful one at that, as West Virginia again heads to the intermission with the lead.
And you see both teams starting to get a little bit more aggressive on each side of their own end. And like you brought up earlier, Ian, it's just West Virginia taking advantage of the mistakes that IUP is making. We haven't seen IUP make mistakes like this much at all this whole season. I mean, there's a reason they placed first in the conference. But you know, when it comes time for playoffs, that's the make or break time. That's your one shot at completing the rest of your good season. And as we see so far, WVU is giving them quite a run for their money.
For sure, and I mean, and even on the IUP side, I mean, they're still playing hard and everything like that. West Virginia went up 2 and they immediately got one back, but then the same can be said on the West Virginia side of things, as we saw IUP got that second goal, and then West Virginia is right back down in their own end. They're trying to score a goal for themselves to go back up 2. So it's certainly going to be a fun 20 final minutes for one of these two teams this season in the third period.
That's where we'll wrap up the second period for TenbandTV. My name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray. And we'll present you here the third period of play. It's going to be a doozy. Fairman, another swipe shot by Johnson. Just missed wide. One-timer in the lane, blocked by WVU. It springs Wood. It's a foot race all the way down. He fires, blocker save. The play as well. That's definitely going to be something to look out for. He looks to be in pain over there on the IUP bench. Here's centering still. Loose puck in front, a shot, and they score! An opportunity for West Virginia if they hurry. Brackett sending it across. The defenseman got back. That was Sean Donovan. A try in front. Another kick save by Singleton out of his zone. Schmelzer with it in his own end. Stretch ice. Trying to find Fairman. An interception right in front. A shot and kept out by Singleton. Back down to Holland. Behind the cage. Over to Rierick in the corner. Hunter Fairman. High slot. Jace Rierick on the left wing now. Hunter Fairman calling for it. He gets it up high. One-timer Jace Rierick. Low angle. He scores! Soy, a stretch pass trying to hit Rierick, and he does. Jace Rierick into the zone all alone. He feeds Solomon. Solomon Right down Broadway, cross ice feed for Gavin Phil. Still batting at it. The loose puck caught in the skates of everybody. Now all the way out, Bruno slides it up high for Henry. One-touch pass for Haban, low slot, fired and held in by Singleton. Timer. Pad saved by Singleton. It was a pretty juicy rebound as well, but IUP was able to control it. Here's a shot on by Loza and a glove save by Slogis. A lot of traffic down low. IUP unable to jump on it though. It's West Virginia, clean breakout. Cutting right across the middle. Barber fires up high. One-touch pass in IUP zone. Finds the stick there of Henry. Henry again, cutting right across the middle. He'll fire. Glove saved by Braxton Singleton.
And with their speed advantage, they're able to hem IUP in the zone. And IUP still trying to find a way to work around that.
Another face-off right in front. There was a try by McLaughlin. Another try. Deflection. They score.
With the puck off the forehand with the deflection, but doing it backhand's incredible.
Right back on the offensive. Here's the ball with some space, and he shoots. Still kept out by Singleton. Donovan, the lone man back. He sends it up into the neutral zone, and Filson swatting it for Fairman. Fairman into the zone. He hits Schmelzer low slot. He fires just wide. It's Donovan at the point. Just fans on the pass. One-timer by Johnson. Still a lot of traffic. The rebound right in front in the blue paint. A lot of tied up. Still the loose puck, and it's swatted out by them. We're getting loud for their guys on this penalty kill. Here's Jace Rierick in the zone now. Takes it in on the right side and slips past. Come on, centering in close and kept out by Slogis. See if they can get their rush started. Here's Jordan Adams. I'll take it right into the middle of the zone. Toe drag shot misses wide as he stood up on it. Tudich into the zone, backhand right around that initial defenseman. He'll take it into that corner and take a hip check for it. Chase Malloy centering. Jace Rierick shoots, he hits the iron, the rebound. The loose puck. Now Caleb Hoffman the other way. Backhand chip for Adams, caught up in his skates. And that opportunity snuffed by West Virginia. They have the numbers going the other way again. Woods with some room, he fires and scores! On the left wing, he'll spin it, avoiding traffic. He crosses it all the way, but an interception by West Virginia. A foot race again. All the way down is Dylan Shea. He fires and it's grabbed. Now Solomon sending it to some safety, and again, it's 1-on-0. Singleton and Glamkowski backhand forehand, kept out the second chance attempt. They're in often. Down 2 goals, so IUP looking to get back to their type of play. Into the zone, Mike Holland shoots one in, a deflection in front. Adams trying to get it in, they score! Caleb Hoffman on down low, cross ice for Woods. The pass a little out of his reach. Slowed it up though, Poole now high slot. Give it back to Woods, fire off the iron, doesn't know where it is. Singleton punched it right back out, a lot of bodies, hands going at it as well.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Hey, it's Aaron Miller, the Pittsburgh mortgage guy, letting you know mortgage rates have dropped, and it might be time to refinance or cash out your equity. I'll run your cost-benefit options to see if it makes sense. Call me, your trusted mortgage advisor.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Fairman, another swipe shot by Johnson. Just missed wide. One-timer in the lane, blocked by WVU. It springs Wood. It's a foot race all the way down. He fires, blocker save. The play as well. That's definitely going to be something to look out for. He looks to be in pain over there on the IUP bench. Here's centering still. Loose puck in front, a shot, and they score! An opportunity for West Virginia if they hurry. Brackett sending it across. The defenseman got back. That was Sean Donovan. A try in front. Another kick saved by Singleton out of the zone. Schmelzer with it in his own end. Stretch ice. Trying to find Fairman. An interception right in front. A shot and kept out by Singleton. Back down to Holland. Behind the cage. Over to Rierick in the corner. Hunter Fairman. High slot. Jace Rierick on the left wing now. Hunter Fairman calling for it. He gets it up high. One-timer Jace Rierick. Low angle. He scores! Soya stretch pass trying to hit Rierick, and he does. Jace Rierick into the zone all alone. He feeds Solomon. Solomon right down Broadway, cross ice feed for Gavin Phil. Still batting at it. The loose puck caught in the skates of everybody. Now all the way out. Bruno slides it up high for Henry. One-touch pass for Haban. Low slot fired and held in by Singleton. Timer. Pad saved by Singleton. It was a pretty juicy rebound as well. But IUP was able to control it. Here's a shot on by Loza and a glove save by Sloja. A lot of traffic down low. IUP unable to jump on it though. It's West Virginia, clean breakout. Cutting right across the middle. Barber fires up high. One-touch pass in IUP zone. Finds the stick there of Henry. Henry again, cutting right across the middle. He'll fire. Glove saved by Braxton Singleton.
And with their speed advantage, they're able to hem IUP in the zone. And IUP still trying to find a way to work around that.
It's another face-off right in front. There was a try by McLaughlin. Another try, deflection, they score!
With the puck off the forehand with the deflection, but doing it backhand's incredible.
Right back on the offensive. Here's the ball with some space, and he shoots. Still kept out by Singleton. Donovan, the lone man back. He sends it up into the neutral zone, and Filson swatting it for Fairman. Fairman into the zone. He hits Schmelzer, low slot. He fires just wide. It's Donovan at the point. Just fans on the pass. One-timer by Johnson. Still a lot of traffic. The rebound right in front in the blue paint. A lot of tied up. Still the loose puck, and it's swatted out by them. We're getting loud for their guys on this penalty kill. Here's Jace Rierick in the zone now. Takes it in on the right side and slips past. Come on, centering in close and kept out by Slojas. See if they can get their rush started. Here's Jordan Adams. I'll take it right into the middle of the zone. Toe drag shot misses wide as he stood up on it. Tudich into the zone, backhand right around that initial defenseman. He'll take it into that corner and take a hip check for it. Chase Malloy centering. Jace Rierick shoots. He hits the iron. The rebound. The loose puck. Now Caleb Hoffman the other way. Backhand chip for Adams, caught up in his skates. And that opportunity snuffed by West Virginia. They have the numbers going the other way again. Woods with some room. He fires and scores. On the left wing, he'll spin it, avoiding traffic. He crosses it all the way, but an interception by West Virginia. A foot race again. All the way down is Dylan Shea. He fires and it's grabbed. Now Solomon sending it to some safety, and again, it's 1-on-0. Singleton and Glamkowski backhand forehand kept out the second chance attempt. They're in often. Down 2 goals, so IUP looking to get back to their type of play. Into the zone, Mike Holland shoots one in, a deflection in front. Adams trying to get it in, they score! Caleb Hoffman on down low, cross ice for Woods. The pass a little out of his reach. Slowed it up though, Poole now high slot. Give it back to Woods, fire off the iron, doesn't know where it is. Singleton punched it right back out, a lot of bodies, hands going at it as well.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4. From Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Welcome back here to TenbandTV for West Virginia versus IUP in the CHMA semifinal round. West Virginia with the 1-goal cushion heading into this third period. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes left to go. It's all on the line for IUP. Backs against the wall, playing from behind. Of course, they're going to start off on the penalty kill as well for about a minute. We'll see how that penalty killing unit does and see if West Virginia's power play unit can capitalize on that 50 seconds or so.
Yeah, your goal, if you're IUP coming back out onto this ice, they did a great job of getting it into a 1-goal disadvantage, but you got to kill off the remainder of this penalty and just start firing away if you want to get back in this game. And WVU has to just contend with them. I'm sure they're going to look for an insurance goal at some point. You're going to have to get that insurance goal, get a little bit of padding, but for a while they're going to have to contend with some killer bees on the IUP lines for now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to even look at last night, too. West Virginia, you got to see how the legs will hold up here in this third period. But then even in that third period as well, that's when West Virginia kind of turned it on last night. But again, their backs were against the wall in that one. So we will have to wait and see what happens here in this third period, as 20 minutes will decide the fate of this team, of either team's season.
Well, like you said, it was a third period onslaught from West Virginia. Also in that on the other side of the bracket, it was a third period onslaught by Kent State. They got that win to advance to the John Carroll game. They will play later this evening as well. So third periods have sort of been the storyline so far here in the CHMA playoffs. We'll see if it holds true in this game. Here's Wood cycling it back down to the zone. That's Bruno. Bruno at the point, he slides it over to Poole. Poole fires the rebound in front, held out, another try, finds the back on the power play. West Virginia gets that insurance goal. 4-2 now the score.
Yeah, and that's just a brutal barrage for IUP. WVU just capitalizing on the power play and just sending a boatload of shots on Singleton here. One from the point coming out. I mean, great toe drag to get around this diving man. And, I mean, Singleton held his own for a while. A couple of great saves there down on his butt. But being down on his butt, he left that whole top half of the goal wide open, and WVU was able to just flick it up over him.
That was the big Leo Haban. That's his second power play goal of the tournament, his third overall of the tournament. So he's been crucial to this West Virginia offense. He showed up big there. There's a shot rifled in by Donovan and an easy glove save by Slogis. But yeah, West Virginia certainly has all the momentum here right out of the gate, just about 30 seconds into this third period. A lot of life into the crowd as well. Certainly an uphill climb for the Crimson Hawks. Here's Donovan at the point. He'll send it down to Jace Rierick, trying to center it through. West Virginia has control, though. Donovan swiping at it. Dylan Shea just going to shoot it all the way in on Singleton. He'll throw it off the end wall for Donovan. Upward for Rierick. West Virginia sends it right back into the zone. A tussle right in front of IUP's bench. Stretch ice feed. Here's Malloy with a little room on his backhand. He tries to go up high, but closing that gap right off. Of course, Wyatt Slogis.
Yeah, good concentration. Everything there is he was coming in. Slogis just kept his momentum and kept his concentration right on him and was able to make the save there to keep this at a 2-goal deficit for the Crimson Hawks here as Slogis is looking to close this game out here for West Virginia.
Send the face-off to the other dot. This is going to be to the right of Slogis. There's Hoffman at that face-off dot for the Crimson Hawks. Sends it right in. Holland had an opportunity still in that low slot, fighting for it. Holland sending it out to Maddox Rierick. He'll rifle one in and misses wide. He was looking for a deflection, didn't get it. There's Zach Soy swiping at it. He's taken and pinned into that far corner. Maddox Rierick making the mature choice not to pinch there. Mishandled pass all the way out to Holland. Soy fighting for it on the center line as well. Sent all the way back in by Del Quadri. Excuse me, that was Falzer. It will be an icing against the Mountaineers back into IUP's offensive end. Take a look there at Coach Joe Honzo, his 24th year coaching, and just his 7th with IUP. Certainly a well-decorated coach, you could say. A couple of CHMA championships, a couple of appearances as well.
Yeah, and he just tends to get along with his guys really well, too. He creates a lot of good chemistry between the whole team.
There's WVU trying to center it there on the goal line with some space. It's Poole. He fires down low, the rebound, and they score! Found in the greasy areas. We've been saying it all game. You get in front and good things happen. And leading the charge, it's Cooper Brackett. He sends this game to a 5-2 score.
Yeah, and WVU slowly pulling away with this. I mean, still plenty of time left remaining in this period. We know the Hawks can put together a drive, but it starts with stopping WVU, and right now they're letting them run right over them.
Here's the center ice draw. Fighting for it. Filson still at that center logo and rifled in by West Virginia. As if a 2-goal lead wasn't an uphill climb already, make it 3. So they're certainly going to have to get active offensively starting right now on this entry. Hunter Fairman avoids a hit. Now down low with Spencer Johnson centering in close for Filson. The rebound sent out to Burkett. Filson just going to guide it to Fairman down in that far corner. He'll swat it back for Filson. Filson caught up in his skates, catching some stick lifts from the Mountaineers. A big reverse hit by Henry down below the goal line. Seitz sending one in. Picked up by the Mountaineers. Coming the other way up the right wall, it's McLaughlin. Just send it down into the zone below the goal line and he'll head off for a line change. Ty Burkett caught up in the skates of Bruno. It picks his pocket. Centering center ice, they score! Right in front, a fumble puck just rolls down the back of Braxton Singleton and make it a 6-2 game. Again, another one for Leo Haban.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just something with this third period apparently here in the CHMA playoffs, and just every team is just, one team's having an onslaught here in the third period, and it looked like Singleton just kind of batted that one into his own net there with his blocker there as he was trying to almost do like a cartwheel over to get his glove over there, grab it out of the air and just smacked it with his glove, with his blocker.
And you have to only assume that the home ice advantage is playing quite a crucial role in their ability to just keep powering through.
It certainly is. I mean, this Mountaineer faithful always shows out no matter what sport it might be. This might be D1 club hockey, but this Mountaineer faithful is still showing out to support the boys. here in the CHMA playoffs, and they are all excited to be hosting here this weekend.
Certainly the IUP bench stunned, as they have really all year long yet to be sort of shut out. Of course, metaphorically speaking, they do have 2 goals on the scoreboard, but they are just being ran over, like you mentioned earlier, by the Mountaineers. WVU taking care of business. Still 15 minutes to play, but it's an ever so heavy task for the Crimson Hawks. Jake Schmelzer fighting for it. Finds Owen Tudich's stick. An interception by Glamkowski. He'll take it in on his forehand between the legs of Donovan right in front, and somehow keeping it out is Braxton Singleton. What a move by Glamkowski. Here's Caleb Hoffman out of his zone, finds a deflection. As IUP a delayed offsides. And they're going to call a hand pass on the Mountaineers. Just sort of caught up in the equipment of Mountaineer as he left the zone. Either way, it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Crimson Hawks. There's Hoffman centering Adams and Holland. It's tied up right there at the dot. Won by IUP. Here's Maddox Rearick. High slot. He'll fire glove. Saved by Slogis. Those are the ones goaltenders love. Of course, the screen there was attempted by Mike Holland, but I believe it was Davio that just sort of pinned him away from it. Allowed that clear vision shot and saved by Slogis. Here again is Hoffman. Face-off won by West Virginia. Sent right back in by the Crimson Hawks. Hoffman right in front trying to wrap it around. He couldn't get the angle. Now Maddox Rearick, he'll shoot one in. A couple deflections through the skates of the Mountaineers. Back into their possession, now sent out to Soy. He'll try and cross it for Adams leaving the zone. Mike Holland just trying to body his man into the zone, but it's a delayed offsides against IUP. Mike Holland without a stick just flying around. He has no glove either, as now he heads to the bench. Full-on yard sale for Mike Holland, all of his equipment on the ice. But it's in control of the Mountaineers. Now bringing it, fighting some traffic. Fairman taking to the ice, a collision with Marcus Barber. Hoffman fighting for it again down in that far corner. He'll send it up high, a one-timer by Fairman. Now coming the other way, it's Marcus Barber. Hit an empty net goal last night against Robert Morris. Loose puck picked up by Haban, 2 for him already, looking for the hat trick here in this semifinal game. Bruno swiping it upward for Briggs. Briggs will send it right back down as well. Now here's IUP exiting their own end. He'll try and rifle it in. That was Hunter Fairman. Now he'll swipe it in. Out of his net is Slogis, and it's picked up behind his own net. That's Camden Briggs. Loose puck. Chase Malloy took a shot. Just eaten up by the Mountaineers. Here's Briggs again. He'll just reverse the boards. The intended receiver on the far side, that's Woods. Now Seitz. In front of his own bench, now in front of the West Virginia bench, closed off by Schmidt. Malloy swiping it upward at the point. That's Owen Tudich. He'll just reverse the boards. Here's Chase Malloy. He goes for that little shot fake. Now Jace Rearick again, goal line, tries to center. Owen Tudich crashing in. Now Donovan. Jace Rearick redirecting it behind the cage. Malloy tied up in a puck battle there. Jace Rearick again with the center. Owen Tudich on his backhand. Softly dump it for Donovan. Donovan will guide it down the left side of the wall, down below the net now. Another drop-off pass for Seitz. He avoids a hit. Tries to backhand swipe it for Tudich. An attempted clear by West Virginia, caught in the equipment of Jace Rearick. Now right in front, here's an opportunity, but it was just slowly rolling through the blue paint. Here's Tommy Woods, a 2-on-1 opportunity. A line change, though, fires high and wide. Here's Jake Schmelzer. Evading through traffic. He tries to hit Loza on the blue line. Alec Poole will send it upward for Brackett. A one-touch for Glamkowski. He'll drop it off for Falzer. Tries to hit. I believe that was Falzer that was right in front. trying to get that screen. Sprung Landgraf, he shoots one high and wide. Down on the other side, Maddox Rearick fighting for it all the way out to neutral ice. Now again, it's Glamkowski. Jake Schmelzer, the lone man back. Glamkowski fans on the shot. A collision behind the play as well, no call. There's a saucer pass attempting to get the clear. Landgraf just closes them right off. West Virginia holds the line. Puck battle down all the way on the ice. Another shot and a save by Singleton. Soft shot from the blue line.
IUP here running out of time to start building something. They got to at least get one back and get one back quickly to start a momentum shift.
And their offense has just been shushed so far. Quick shot in the high slot blocker saved by Singleton right off the draw. Intercepted pass by Mike Holland, reversing it the other way, and of course vice versa for West Virginia. A lot of back and forth. Now it's swiped in by Holland. Adams giving chase, but it's Schmidt guiding it up the wall. Centering feed, Hoffman the intended receiver, a good stick lift on the back check, slowed him up though. Here's Zach Soy sending it to his partner, that's Ty Burkett. Batted down by McLaughlin in the neutral zone and just pushing IUP even further into their zone. Now here's Jordan Adams again. He'll enter in on the left side and drop it for Fairman, a nice little deke around that far side. Now he'll guide it and he'll take a sort of a tumble and still swipe it into traffic. But it was Sokol with the interception. Donovan taking him all the way into that far corner. Now with some room, left wing shot, glove save by Singleton. Nearing the halfway point of this third period, like you mentioned, IUP, their backs are against the wall, running out of time to get any sort of offense. Sort of just playing for their pride now.
Yeah, I think this is a matter of a team kind of just wanting it more than the other team.
Yeah, and I mean, even on the IUP side of things, if you're IUP now, it's 10 minutes are left in the season right now, and so you got to give it everything you have in order to try and get back in this game to allow yourself a chance to maybe pull Singleton at the end of the game to get yourself that extra attacker on the ice to give your guys selves a chance here at the end.
Of course, you have to get to that position first, and of course, it doesn't start until some goals are scored for the Crimson Hawks. It's been pretty silent offensively. It's just been Jace Rearick and Caleb Hoffman, the two goal scorers for IUP. Jace is on a power play and Caleb Hoffman right in front. It's been all sorts of names on the score sheet for West Virginia. Sent right back into the zone. IUP trying to get on the offensive now. Tudich dropping it for Donovan. He'll slide one through. Bruno Skate just directing it to that far side. Now here's Tommy Woods burning up the left side with a little room. He'll fire and a shoulder save by Singleton. Chase Malloy trying to guide it up the wall, but it's held in by Davio. Sean Donovan behind his own net, slowing it up, letting this pattern work out. There's Jake Schmelzer, a drop pass for Donovan. Donovan will send it upward for Jace Rearick. He burns into the zone on the left side, holding it on his backhand. He'll take it around the net, centering Chase Malloy's shot, somehow kept out by Slogis.
And that's just the story of this whole game. Beautiful chances for IUP right in front of the net, and Slogis has an answer once again.
Yeah, and I mean, Slogis has done that all season, but even on that one, I'm not even sure how that one didn't even find the back of the net. And
man,
it's been a few cases that year for IUP, and just bad luck more than likely on the IUP side of things. And Slogis is just showing that he's all the better here, and he's got the faithful now on his side.
Yeah, it looks like IUP is going to take a timeout here and gather their thoughts, kind of have a plan. I mean, you got to, like we were talking about, you got to at least get one back and change the momentum into your side. But they're just having all kinds of trouble breaking through.
Certainly a much-needed timeout for IUP. Like you mentioned, it was just something about this rink in the third period here in the playoffs. West Virginia just jumping all over it and, of course, notching their lead now. But Joe Honza is going to give his men a little talking to, and Tyler Kudik, his 5th year as the WVU D1 head coach, he'll give his man a talking to as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Tyler Kudik coming off the CHMA Coach of the Year last year, actually, for this Mountaineers team. So you know whatever he's saying in between the locker rooms in the intermissions is working, and I'm sure whatever he just said right there is good as well. But he's another one, like you mentioned with the IUP coach, he's just a great personality and everything. Like, he is just so calm. Like we were talking last night, the two approaches between this coach. Like, the Mountaineers always play better when they're just out there having fun, and that comes from Coach Kudak, who's just beyond that bench having fun coaching hockey.
Yeah. It's pretty hard not to have fun in this rink, too. Wow, this West Virginia crowd, like you mentioned, showing out for their boys. Certainly giving them a lot of confidence running through playoffs here. There's IUP trying to kickstart their rush, find some sort of spark plug, get their offense moving. Just nearing the 9-minute mark left. Maddox Rearick will rifle one in from the neutral zone. It's gloved down by Slogis. He'll keep the play alive, though. A centering try by Adams. Here's Holland trying to keep it in, but it's sent all the way down by West Virginia. That will be an ice once Soy gets down there, and now the whistle. We'll head back down to the offensive side for the Crimson Hawks.
It's going to be crucial that the Hawks win this face-off here and kind of have some zone time. Get some shots on net, make Slotez move around.
This draw is certainly a crucial one. Xavier Solomon taking it for the Crimson Hawks. It's tied up and won by West Virginia. Sent out, but finds the netting out of play. Puck will stay right there. Of course, the winner of this game will move on to the CHMA Championship. Of course, that'll be tomorrow. Later this evening, it'll be John Carroll versus Kent State. The winner of that will face the winner of this game. There's a shot right off the draw, missing high and wide. Rebound reeled in by McLaughlin. He'll take it up the left side. Slow it up there on the dot, trying to center it. Found a couple of sticks on its way through. But picked up by Briggs. Briggs will send it to his partner. That's Del Quadri. Schmidt. Sent all the way in, and Singleton forced to make a save there. Solomon backhanding it, a miscommunication. Loza, the intended receiver there, back to Solomon's control. Stretch feed for Landgraf. He takes a hit there at the center line. He'll send it for Soy, but a little mishandle. Back in control of the Mountaineers. Bond had control, and he'll just send it down below the goal line. Now Zach Soy with some stick lifts fighting for it. Glankowski keeping it in, though. That was McLaughlin. Now it's a little room. It's Braden Landgraf. He'll cut right across that center logo and take it into the zone, fighting a couple stick lifts. He'll just send it down into the zone. And he'll head off the ice. Fairman fighting for it down low as well. The guiding clear by West Virginia. It's a foot race all the way down. Woods is there, though. Singleton out of his net to play it. Bond on his backhand. He'll chip it to Bruno on the far side, but it was just a little far. Poole now cycling it through. Rolling in on Singleton. He keeps it out, and Donovan swipes it even further out. Johnston feeding Fairman all the way around that edge. He fires a low angle shot and misses wide. Schmelzer holding it in here on the near side blue line. Gavin Filson toe drag right around. He fires. He had Poole beat on that move. Just was unable to get a clean shot off on Slogis.
7 minutes left to go. As you can see, at not a happy bench right now. Coaches aren't pleased with the performance, and definitely we're expecting at least a little bit closer of a game here tonight. And I mean, we still have 7 minutes left. You know, they might be able to make some kind of push back, but time has seemingly started to run out for our IUP.
Definitely all the momentum on West Virginia's side of the ice. Centering feed in tight. Johnson misses wide. Another try short angle. The rebound right to the glove of Fairman. Now all the way out to Schmelzer at the point. He'll shoot one in. It misses high, and careening off the glass, it comes to control of West Virginia. Stretch feed all the way down. Now it's Shea on his backhand, a kick save, the rebound right in front, still guiding behind the goal line, still stabbing at it as well. It's Barber up at the point now. Fakes the slap shot, sending it to his partner. He holds the blue line, another try, deflection held right in front by Schmelzer. Couple of sticks swatting at it in that far corner. Now to some safety, here comes Sean Donovan. He'll throw it off the glass, and it does just graze that white netting. So we'll get another stoppage with 6 minutes and 13 seconds in the third period. This face off to the left of Braxton Singleton. Won by IUP, but held in right there by Hartz. That's Cooper Brackett now out to neutral ice. Schmidt cycling it in, an interception by Jace Rierick. He takes it all the way in, cutting right through traffic. He's tripped up. He doesn't get the call. Now holding that blue line, it's Seitz. Seitz to Malloy, briefly loses control. Now it's a foot race the other way. It's Glamkowski with some room, trailing is Falzer. Falzer toe picks, and right in front he shoots, glove save. Glamkowski had to take it into his own hands. Of course, he wanted to send it across for Falzer. But he bit the dust. Glamkowski forced to take it himself.
Yeah, and that made it a little bit of an easier save there on Singleton, because you're looking, he was kind of, is he going to pass or is he going to shoot himself there? And then once Falzer hits the deck, he knows that it's just going to be shot there from himself, so he's able to get into position to make the save.
It's a puck battle down below the goal line of IUP's own end. Maddox Rierick sending it stretch feed for Hoffman. It's immediately reversed by the Mountaineers, now in control of Holland. Holland stretching it across the blue line for Adams. Adams again losing control. West Virginia's defense just holding strong. Poole feeding Sokol up high. He just takes it around below the goal line. Now from the left wing, low slot shot and a shoulder save. And held in there by Singleton. 5 minutes and 6 seconds left. West Virginia can just taste that advance up the bracket, getting to that championship Sunday. So they certainly have been heating up there in the final stretch of the season. It's been a story through all of time, through playoffs, not only in hockey, in all sports. It's all about which team gets hot at the right time. Of course, IUP has been the leader, was the #1 seed, had that #1 spot on the CHMA standings for a majority of the year. Of course, that story just does not hold credibility anymore, as West Virginia was the #4 seed and they're making their run. Here's a chance now, a shot and a save by Singleton. Taking that all the way in, Tommy Woods. Just 4 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the third period. Face-off bouncing around now. It's swiped to IUP's control. Hunter Fairman sending it all the way out. Gavin Filson guiding Schmelzer forward. Now Filson circling that face-off. Dottie has no help, trailing down. Now going the other way, it's Shea. Shea will softly guide one on the ice, and Singleton will just stick it away to that far corner. Filson sending it out of the zone, back into the control of West Virginia. Briggs trying to stretch it for Hart. Now it's Donovan. Stretch ice feed again. Landgraf, the intended receiver, he didn't get a piece of it. I'll call the icing there. Solomon just trying to get something going for the Crimson Hawks. There's West Virginia remaining control in their own offensive zone. Couple of bodies hitting the ice. Now Solomon has it. He'll backhand it for Loza with a little room. He's sticked away there by Daniel Schmidt. Sent out back to neutral ice. And a dump in by Sean Donovan. Little ankle breaker down below the goal line. Sent Braden Landgraf to the ice. Now here's Cooper Brackett near the half wall. Schmelzer just going to pin him to that wall. Centering feed in close. That's Poole at the point. He'll shoot, and it was patted away by Singleton. Now back out to Davio at the point. He'll shoot one, leaving it on the ice. Couple deflections, backhand right in front. Somehow kept out by Singleton. So we saw the window from our point of view here that he was going after. Here's Solomon trying to cut through traffic right at the center logo. Schmelzer off the board, trying to feed himself, but it's just held in there by Glamkowski. Brackett stabbing at it as well. Sokol takes a huge hit from Chase Malloy, a blindsided hit at neutral ice by Chase Malloy.
And man, he's got some choice words for everybody. Malloy wants to take on the whole bench right now.
He's certainly one of the players on this IUP roster that sets the tone, gets out there. Of course, a pretty blindsided hit behind the play. Just trying to get some sort of energy and stayed in his bench. They're going to send Chase Malloy right off the ice.
Yeah, Malloy's just going to head right back to the locker room. Going to get the early shower here for this one. The refs just sent him right off the ice, but it is still going to be a 2-minute penalty on the play, so someone's going to have to serve that for the Crimson Hawks.
Oh boy, there's a problem by the locker room here.
It's going to be Hunter Fairman sitting in the penalty box serving that penalty for Malloy. Malloy definitely a right fighter, but he might be in the wrong in this one. Here's WVU still on their offensive. It's Woods on the power play. Right up here at the point, it's Poole. Poole just briefly drug it across the blue line, so they will call him offsides. Certainly the tensions are starting to spill over in this one, as if they haven't already.
Right.
Face-off deke tempted by Hoffman, but West Virginia regains control. Bruno sending it to Woods. Hoffman's such a good penalty killer, and he's showing it off now as he's the lone hawk down there. Of course, IUP not in the right, of course, they're not in the right situation to be penalty killing. They need goals now.
Right.
But of course, they're going to do their work. A nice little move right around Hoffman. Woods just skates right around him. Now some room. Here's a ball, and he fires up high. It goes right above the net. Sent out by IUP. Ty Burkett softly guides it out. Under 2 minutes left here in the game. Of course, Coach Tyler Kudik just hoping he can leave this game with no injured Mountaineers before he heads into that championship Sunday. Here's Bruno crossing the blue line. He'll guide it to Haban. Now right across, Glamkowski here on the right side. Centering feed across, Falzer shoots one in, shuffling puck. And there's yet again one more for the Mountaineers. Just putting the icing on the cake. 7-2 now the score on the power play.
Yeah, I mean, Mountaineers just kind of bring it in there. They're just kind of able to get things set up and just get right into the slot there, and then again, just bodies out in front, just able to get it and put it past Singleton on that one, and that's going to be the icing on the cake. Here on this one for the Mountaineers, as Mountaineer faithful can feel it. Here's the West Virginians about to punch their ticket to Championship Sunday.
Yeah, certainly the crowd playing a huge role in this game. In this brand new arena, the debut season for the Mountaineers here in this rink. You could say it's bringing a little good luck for them. Leo Haban getting one of the initial assists on that as well. Multi-point night for him, a multi-point night for Karen as well. Just all sorts of Mountaineers on that score sheet, as they've taken care of business of not only Robert Morris, now you can add IUP to the list, and they'll just wait for this evening to see who they will play tomorrow evening for the CHMA Championship.
Yeah, 45 seconds left to go in this, and just kind of going to skate it out.
It's going to be Wyatt Slogis, the winning goaltender for the Mountaineers, as he's been rock solid throughout playoffs, throughout the season as well. He's certainly had IUP's number. He shows it off one more time here, and West Virginia gets the best of IUP in the season series. They'll take the rubber match now.
I mean, you said it. I mean, both games were extremely close. IUP threw the first one, scoring the game winner with 50 seconds left, and then Mountaineers able to respond on IUP's home ice there. And now it is getting loud here in this building. You can hardly hear yourself in this building, but West Virginia takes the rubber match, and they're off to championship Sunday tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, and they'll wait. The winner of the John Carroll-Kent State matchup coming up right after this one.
A heartbreaker for the Crimson Hawks as the number 4 West Virginia upsets the number 1 seed and ends their season early. Like you said, West Virginia heading to that championship. So they'll come to center ice now for the handshake line. Crowd getting hype hearing that West Virginia heading to the championship, like we mentioned.
Still taking some time. I mean, WVU, you have to think that the game yesterday that they played, along with the home ice advantage, it was a recipe for disaster for IUP coming into this game. They didn't have the greatest week at practice, so all of those factors leading into today's matchup, I mean, they were just kind of down for the count. As you'll see here up on the screen, yeah, West Virginia moving on tomorrow, 2:30. And coming up next, we're going to have Kent State and John Carroll, so don't go anywhere. That will be the determining game to see who is playing WVU for that CHMA championship.
Yeah, but I mean, even now, if you're West Virginia, you celebrate this one quick. But then as soon as you leave this rink, it is all business about tomorrow. As you got another game here to play on Sunday, so rest those legs up and everything if you're on the West Virginia side here, and you got to await the opponent and everything. But you have played both Kent State and John Carroll already this season, so you know kind of what to expect going into this one. So that's certainly going to help the preparation that's going to have to happen here. The Mountaineers going to have a little less than 24 hours to get set for the championship match tomorrow afternoon.
Cue the country roads. West Virginia skates out of here, the victors, as that's where we'll close it out here on TenbandTV. My name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray. Thank you for joining us, and come back tomorrow afternoon, like you mentioned, for the championship game. Fairman, another swipe shot by Johnson. Just missed wide. One-timer in the lane, blocked by WVU. It springs Wood. It's a foot race all the way down. He fires, blocker save. The play as well. That's definitely going to be something to look out for. He looks to be in pain over there on the IUP bench. Here's centering still. Loose puck in front. A shot and they score! An opportunity for West Virginia if they hurry. Brackett sending it across. The defenseman got back. That was Sean Donovan. A try in front. Another kick save by Singleton out of his zone. Schmelzer with it in his own end. Stretch ice. Trying to find Fairman. An interception right in front. A shot and kept out by Singleton. Back down to Holland. Behind the cage. Over to Rierick in the corner. Hunter Fairman. High slot. Jace Rierick on the left wing now. Hunter Fairman calling for it. He gets it up high. One-timer Jace Rierick. Low angle. He scores! Soya stretch pass trying to hit Rierick, and he does. Jace Rierick into the zone all alone. He feeds Solomon. Solomon right down Broadway, cross ice feed for Gavin Phil. Still batting at it. The loose puck caught in the skates of everybody. Now all the way out. Bruno slides it up high for Henry. One-touch pass for Haban. Low slot fired and held in by Singleton. Timer. Pad save by Singleton. It was a pretty juicy rebound as well. But IUP was able to control it. Here's a shot on by Loza and a glove save by Slogis. A lot of traffic down low. IUP unable to jump on it though. It's West Virginia, clean breakout. Cutting right across the middle. Barber fires up high. One-touch pass in IUP zone. Finds the stick there of Henry. Henry again, cutting right across the middle. He'll fire. Glove saved by Braxton Singleton.
And with their speed advantage, they're able to hem IUP in the zone. And IUP still trying to find a way to work around that.
It's another face-off right in front. There was a try by McLaughlin. Another try, deflection, they score!
With the puck off the forehand with the deflection, but doing it backhand's incredible.
Right back on the offensive. Here's a ball with some space, and he shoots. Still kept out by Singleton. Donovan, the lone man back. He sends it up into the neutral zone, and Filson swatting it for Fairman. Fairman into the zone. He hits Schmelzer, low slot. He fires just wide. It's Donovan at the point. Just fans on the pass. One-timer by Johnson. Still on a traffic. The rebound right in front in the blue paint. A lot of tied up. Still the loose puck, and it's swatted out by them. We're getting loud for their guys on this penalty kill. Here's Jace Rierick in the zone now. Takes it in on the right side and slips past. Come on, centering in close and kept out by Slogis. See if they can get their rush started. Here's Jordan Adams. He'll take it right into the middle of the zone. Toe drag shot misses wide as he stood up on it. Tudich into the zone, backhand right around that initial defenseman. He'll take it into that corner and take a hip check for it. Chase Malloy center, Jace Rierick shoots, he hits the iron, the rebound. Control the loose puck. Now Caleb Hoffman the other way. Backhand chip for Adams, caught up in his skates. And that opportunity snuffed by West Virginia. They have the numbers going the other way again. Woods with some room, he fires and scores! On the left wing, he'll spin it, avoiding traffic. He crosses it all the way, but an interception by West Virginia. A foot race again. All the way down is Dylan Shea. Fires and it's grabbed. Now Solomon sending it to some safety. And again, it's 1-on-0. Singleton and Glamkowski backhand forehand. Kept out the second chance attempt. They're in often. Down 2 goals, so IUP looking to get back to their type of play. Into the zone, Mike Holland. Shoots one in, a deflection in front. Adams trying to get it in, they score! Caleb Hoffman on down low, cross ice for Woods. The pass a little out of his reach. Slowed it up though, Poole now high slot. Give it back to Woods, fire off the iron, doesn't know where it is. Singleton punched it right back out, a lot of bodies. Hands going at it as well. See if it holds true in this game. Here's Woods cycling it back down to the zone, that's Bruno. Bruno at the point, he slides it over to Poole. Poole fires, the rebound in front, held out, another try, finds the back on the power play. West Virginia sends it right back into the zone, a tussle right in front of IUP's bench. Stretch ice feed, here's Malloy with a little room on his backhand. He tries to go up high, but closing that gap right off.
Along with his guys really well too. He creates a lot of good chemistry between the whole team.
There's WVU trying to center it there on the goal line with some space. It's Poole. He fires down low, the rebound, and they score! Below the goal line, and he'll head off for a line change. It's Ty Burkett caught up in the skates of Bruno. It picks his pocket. Centering center ice, they score! Right in front, a fumble puck. Stick, an interception by Glamkowski. He'll take it in on his forehand between the legs of Donovan right in front, and somehow keeping it out is Braxton Singleton. Now he'll swipe it in. Out of his net is Slogis, and it's picked up behind his own net. That's Camden Briggs. Loose puck. Chase Malloy took a shot, but it was Sokol with the interception. Donovan taking him all the way into that far corner. Now with some room, left wing shot, glove save by Singleton.
10 minutes are left in the season right now, and so you got to give it everything you have in order to try and get back in this game.
He burns into the zone on the left side, holding it on his backhand. He'll take it around the net, centering Chase Malloy's shot, somehow kept out by Slogis. Control. Now it's a foot race the other way. It's Glamkowski with some room, trailing his Falzer. Falzer toe picks, and right in front he shoots, glove save. They're going to do their work. A nice little move right around Hoffman. Woods just skates right around him. Now some room. Here's Haban. He fires up high. Goes right above the net. Here's Bruno crossing the blue line. He'll guide it to Haban. Now right across, Glamkowski here on the right side. Centering feed across. Falzer shoots one in. Shuffling puck. And there's yet again one more for the Mountaineers for the championship game.